Yes.
Hello, Alice.
Hello, Alice.
Hello, how are you all?
Yeah, fine, and you?
Alice should get a prize for attendance.
Yeah.
Best attendance commitment.
She's
Here I
always
am.
there.
Yes, ready to learn.
Good. Perfect.
Right.
Okay. So today, this is our next month it will be our last meeting. So today we planned to talk about Canva. That was a topic which had to be rescheduled because it was a topic from the previous meeting. And then we are going to, Laureana is going to share her topic that is something new for me because I don't know about Eliademis. So I think it will be very interesting to know about it. So I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Can you see? Ouch. Can you see my screen?
No.
No?
Oh, I can't.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now?
What happens here?
It's loading.
Yes.
Oh, internet connection. Can you see? No.
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 It's loading.
It's loading.
It's loading. Okay.
Ah, there it is.
There. Well,
Yeah.
I think it
Yes.
didn't load
Yes.
properly.
Now I can.
No.
Yeah.
Now I can.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to move this. So we are going to explore infographics. And I organized the presentation in 4 steps, and finally to explore a bit of Canva. That is the app I frequently use with my students with my projects. The first issue will be why we use infographics. The number 2, how students access infographics. And number 3, we are going to exploit the use of infographics. And finally, we are going to learn how to create an infographic in Canva.
Right.
Great.
If you have any question, please stop.
Okay.
Number 1, why use infographics? So this is an outline of why I started using infographics, I think 3 or 4 years ago. First of all, because it communicates information online, and then it conveys statistical information in a much more visual way, not only statistical information, but also any kind of information that you can share with your students. You can make it more visual, okay? It is easier to understand and more accessible to lower level learners because you only share chunk of information, chunk of important information. And it's easier for lower levels learners to get the information you want them to learn. Infographics make learning more effective and memorable. It develops students' abilities to take information and make it visual. And finally, it develops student thinking skills. Then I'm going to explain why I think that infographics develop student thinking skills. How students access infographics. I usually, well, it will depend on your teaching context, what digital devices your students have and where they can access internet. So I usually share my infographics with a link in Google Classroom, because we have an online platform that is Google Classroom. I print them, or my students print them to present their work. I also use the QR codes, or I show the infographic by means of a projector or on a TV, whatever the device I have that day.
And the QR
Yes.
code, how, I've never used it. How do you implement, what's the use of a QR code?
For example, I usually flip my lessons. So in one of the stations, instead of presenting the printed infographic, I gave them a QR code they have to scan, and they access to the infographic with the information they have to work with. I don't know. Maybe they are working with a reading comprehension activity. So instead of giving them the printed worksheet, I give them a QR code, and that's it. They work online, you know? Yes?
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's continue. Exploiting infographics. How? Wait. No, the previous one. What activities I do with the infographics? These are some tasks or activities I usually design and plan and give to my students to do. One of the activities is peer-created questions. So I give them an infographic and get them to create a quiz. Yes? So it could be an online quiz or just a questionnaire to ask your partners. Another activity or task I usually do with my students is a fact-finding. What is the most important or significant fact in the infographic they have, and they have to justify why they say what they say, okay? Then a presentation summary. This is my favorite one. I use an infographic to give an oral, they use the infographic to give an oral presentation. So instead of standing in front of the class reading a paper, they can read their infographic, okay? And my second favorite activity is the summary writing. They take relevant information from an infographic and write a summary, or the other way around. They search information, they read information, they summarize information, and finally, they evaluate and create the infographic. That's why I told you in the second slide that the infographic develops our student thinking skills, critical thinking skills. Because they, if you remember the Bloom's taxonomy, working with infographics, you allow your students to go up the different levels. So they start remembering, remembering, understanding, and finally they have to analyze the information, evaluate the information, and finally create the infographic. Yes?
Okay.
Okay, good. And I usually create my infographics, and my students create their infographics with Canva. Why? There are reasons why. Number one reason, or reason number one, because it is free. However,
very important.
Yeah, that's very, very important. And you don't have a limit downloading of infographics. So That is another thing. And however, there are some elements in which you have to pay $1, not more than that, but well, the free elements, there are a lot of free elements, and they are lovely pictures and icons, etc.
Okay.
It is visually attractive, it is user-friendly, and it encourages your students' creativity. Okay?
Yes.
Good.
So let's see if it works, and we can go to Canva. Away. Okay. This is the, are you familiar with Canva? Are you familiar? No?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
From what I learned in our meetings only.
Okay.
I haven't used it that much.
Well, I use it a lot for everything.
Yes.
So
Got lots of features.
yeah, yes. So you register with your Gmail account, and then you have different templates to choose to create your designs. Well, these are my infographics, and then you go into create a design. Sorry, I'm going to create a poster. I don't know. And there. And then you have the templates, the different elements you can choose. For example, the elements, you have a lot. And they are very well organized.
Some of them are paid.
Sorry?
Some of them are paid.
Yes, yes. But
paid.
I am going to show you which ones. The ones who have a
The
crown.
ones with the crown.
The free
Yes.
ones.
But then you have free, you know? There are a lot of things. Well, I'm not going to show you how to do it, how to create an infographic, because it's, as I told you, it's a very user-friendly tool, and you then will explore. But let me show you some of my students' work. I'm going to come back my presentation. Here. And this is some of my students' work. Can you see?
Oh,
yeah.
They were
love
working,
it.
yeah, they were
They are
working with
great.
digital citizenship, and they had to search information on the net, they have to investigate, they have to read information, and finally, instead of writing a summary, they created an infographic.
Perfect.
Yeah, and that is a tool that let them fly their imagination.
Yes,
Yeah.
they can create it. And Gabby,
Yes.
just a question.
Yes.
Did they use their cell phones to do this, or did they just use the computer?
They created this infographic, they created on their phones.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yes, I can't do that on my phone because I don't know, I need a wider screen, but they did it perfectly, and they work everything on their phones.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, because my students, they never use the computers.
No.
Some of them don't even have computers at home. They have like a tablet, and they use their cell phones for everything.
Yes.
Everything.
And finally, I want to share some of Laura's students' work. They were fantastic too. Let me click on one.
Great.
This is one of her students.
It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The works were fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
There is another one. look at this.
Wow.
Look, that we're working about, yeah. So it's great to introduce our students into searching and research.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they have the idea that when you research something, you have to, of course, you have to read, you have to analyze information and then write a summary. But this is another way to present their summary.
Yes.
Okay, so it's more visual, more attractive. So I love working with infographics, and my students too. So let me come back, and I think that it's all. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Gabi.
Thank you.
Loved it.
I don't know if you have any question. No, I think that it's simple.
Can't you tell us very quickly how to use it? How to create one?
Yes. Let me
very quickly.
Yes, a ver, let me check. Wait. No. I want to come back.
It's open one of the windows.
Yes. Here.
Hi, Marisa.
That is.
Marisa?
Oh. Yes, for example. Marisa.
Marisa Giorgio.
Yes. Hi, Marisa.
Hi.
So you are here. You can choose any of these templates. For example, this one. And then you start changing the different elements. I don't know, you want to change this, the font or the size of the font or the color.
Okay.
And you go there.
Yes.
You choose the font. You can also add elements, different elements as regards the issue of your infographic or the theme of your infographic. You can also change.
Now I remember I used this for creating some posters. You can upload images, right? And you can use them
your computer.
Yes, okay, right, right.
Yes.
If
then,
the image you want is a paid up one, I mean, you can just select another image from your computer.
Exactly. Yes. And
Can you download this into your computer or it's on the cloud?
No,
yes.
On your computer, and then you have different options. Exactly. The only thing that you can't download is an animation or a video, but then you have different
it's
ways
visual.
And then of course you can publish them with the link. This is what I do with my students. I share the link, or I download it in my computer, into my computer, and then I share the picture.
Great.
You know? Is it clear, Alice?
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
No. To you. Let's go back here. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Wait. Stop sharing. Okay, I'm here. Okay. So now, Lauriana, it's your turn. Are you ready?
Yes. I'm here.
Okay.
But that you can share your format with other people, and other people can create with you on Canva. This is not that you can work individually.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
If it is a collaborative tool.
Not a question. It's you can on the share icon, you can click on that and you can share
yes,
your production and with any other.
yeah.
Okay, so you can work collaboratively.
Yes, you can work collaboratively.
Exactly. Thank you. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Well, I think that most of the apps now have that feature to work collaboratively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, Lauriana.
Okay. So you will tell me if you can see the screen. Can you?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Sometimes it takes time to load.
Yeah.
But
okay. Because I'm sharing my computer screen.
Yes.
Okay. Can you list? Can you see it?
No yet.
No.
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 No yet.
Wait a second. Mm.
Now it's like it's like loading.
Yes.
Is that lovely? All right.
Eliademi.
Yes, there. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So in order to have access to this platform, you have to write eliademi.com. Yes. And you can enter, yes, you can register with a Gmail account or a Facebook account or a LinkedIn account. Yes, you have all the options, right, to log in. Yes. Well, so I'm going to have access with my Gmail account because there I have a course, an online course. All right. So it is very important to say that this platform, it's very intuitive. Yes. So you're going to see that it's very easy to work on this platform. All right. So there you can have two sections. Yes, the learning section and the teaching section, right? So if you are looking for a course that is already done, you go to the learning section. Otherwise, if you want to create an online course, you have to go to the teaching section.
Okay.
Here you are the instructor of the course. Yes, I have one created here for us to share, right? But first, I want you to look at some of the important elements that you have. For example, here you've got my profile.
Yes.
And you can insert, well, your name. You can add different social accounts. Yes, these are going to be seen by the rest. And you can add some information about you. Yes. Then as regards the settings, you can change your password if you want. You can add here again different accounts. Yes, and these are features related to the information that you want to receive. Okay. Yes, that's why you can have here immediate, daily. Yes. All right, and this is the analytics. Yes. All right, so I will go back to the course. Well, so I have this done. So I will explain to you step by step how can you create an online course. Yes. First, you have different elements on the dashboard. Yes. The first one is the content. Yes. And there,
Lauriana, sorry, before you go, just one question that it's like,
yes.
All that you're showing, is it for free? What you're showing us, it's something you have to pay for?
Yes, so when you start with your course, you're going to have, because this is done, all right? But when you start, you have only overview and nothing else. So you have here, I'm going to write it, but you have it empty, all right? So here you can have the chance, yes, to write whatever you want. You can add a title. You have different types, yes. You can choose the type of font, the sizes, yes. And you can, this is the editor like any other, yes. You can, here you've got the bold, yes. You can here write whatever you want, yes. For example, I inserted here yes, and I wrote the title of my course, yes, or the topic of the course, yes. This is a brief introduction, and then I add the table of contents, yes. But you can add whatever you want.
Okay.
Are you following me?
Yes. This is similar to Moodle.
Yeah. Yes, this is more or less the same.
Okay.
Yes, and you can have different options. For example, you want to add a picture, you click on here, and you are going to look for one picture in your documents. This is more or less the same. Yes, you have here your documents, pictures, and you can add whatever you want.
But
right? Yes.
Sorry, I have a question. I think that Mariel asked you, but do you have to pay for any of these?
No.
That was my question.
No, this is free. No. The thing is this one. You can choose. I mean, you have a premium option,
yes,
let's say, and that one you have to pay. But these things are for free, yes. But if you want to use the webinar, yes, you need to pay. You are not going to be able to deliver video conferencing.
Okay.
But it's has it got then a feature similar to Zoom included in that? Is that what you were telling us?
Yes. For example, I'm going to discard the changes.
Very complete.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have the content. Yes. And this is the webinar. And the webinar requires, here the premium.
Yes.
So you cannot use it, but you can use the contents, you can use the task.
That's great.
Yes, you can use all of these options. These are for free. Yes.
Very good.
So this is quite good.
It means for setting an online course, this is a great tool, because rather than paying Moodle on the one hand and Zoom on the other, you can have all of the same things in one.
Yes, it is. It is really powerful. And visually, it's very attractive because you can design whatever you want.
And very easy to navigate for what I can get, for what I can see.
Yes.
It's more user-friendly than Google Classrooms?
Yes, more or less.
Yeah, but it's different. This is better.
I think it is better because here, for example, I wrote section A. Yes, you can here, insert the topic. I wrote a text. Yes, and then I inserted a video, because if we go there, remember that you can add whatever you want. You have all the options. For example, you can insert a picture, you can insert here, you go there and you write the reference to the video and you place, you click OK, and that's it. It is very simple.
Great.
You can add audio, for example. Yes, you can add tables, whatever you want. This is more or less a dashboard editor, like a typical dashboard.
And you can add, for example, you design a class, for example, for one class, and then you want to add more material to that class. You add it in the same section.
You can add, yes, I'm clicking on, well, for example, if I make some changes here, yes, I have to click on save, and that's it. I'm going to click on cancel because I haven't made any changes.
It is similar to the Educativa. Yes. It is similar to the Educativa platform, the ones that the Instituto de Formación Docente have.
Yes, yes, it is really similar.
Yeah.
And for example, I'm going to pass on to the task section because it is very interesting. There, you can have different type of tasks. You can add an assignment or add a quiz. Yes, I have different.
Great.
Yeah,
great.
Right? If you want to add an assignment, you have the possibility to choose. If this assignment requires a written answer, you click on this. Or if you want to deliver, yes, an assignment with no answer, you click on here. Okay. All right. Here you can write the instructions. Yes, and it is very important to look at this because here you can select files from your computer. Yes. So you can attach files, the files that you want. All right, and you can upload a video. You're going to find it here. Yes, and here you can say, for example, you can choose if late answers, you can allow late answers or not. You have here to, yes, the schedule. Yes, you can choose an opening date and the time, or nothing, just nothing. Yes, and a due date. Yes.
Yes. Right.
All right, this is the assignment type, let's say. I'm going to discard the changes. Then you can have the possibility to add a quiz. And here you can write, yes, a welcome message, yes, a closing message. And here you have three types of questions that you can ask your students. For example, if you choose the multiple choice, well, here you write the question and here you write the answers. Yes, if you need one more answer, you click on here, add answer, and you add one more. Yes, and this is very important because you have an explanation section and you can add some extra feedback on the answer.
Yes.
Yes, and of course you can, you can upload what you want. Then if you want to
excuse me, can you upload things, for example, from another site, an exercise already from another site like ESL English or something like that?
Here, yes, because look at this, you have all the possibilities. You have all the possibilities here. Yes, you can, for example, insert a media. Yes, you can add a picture, everything. Yes, if you want to copy from, I don't know, a document, and you can paste here, you can do it.
No, a document I understand, but there are some sites where you have the listening with the activity already included, and you want to use that, for example. Can you insert that?
I guess that you can upload the audio. You can upload the different parts. not all together. You have the audio, you can upload the audio, and then you add the images. You have to add the parts. You understand?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And for example, if I want to choose, you can choose, for example, a multiple choice and then a true or false.
Okay.
In the same activity. In the same activity.
Yes.
Yes. So you write the question, true or false, and the explanation. Yes. If you want, for example, you wrote here something that is wrong, you can, yes, delete. Yes. Or if you want to move the questions, for example, you wrote here and you want to move it here. Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you a short answer. You write here the question and you write the correct answer. You have the possibility to add another answer and the explanation. Yes, I'm going to show you the ones that I've done.
Just one question going back to my previous question.
Yes,
the thing is that all this implies a lot of creation, no? Creating and writing and putting everything. So I was thinking there are already wonderful listenings, talking about listenings, no? With their activities. So maybe you can embed the link already.
Exactly.
So they go directly to the audio and the activities that come with that. Maybe you don't have the feedback if it's right or wrong. Maybe you might not have that, but they have the possibility of doing that activity, right?
Yes, because you have to choose no answer. Yes, and you can do it. For example, this is a quiz. Yes, this is for testing, and for example, in my case, I can see whether the students have completed the task or not. Yes, and you can here view the answers. Yes, and you can
check,
give feedback to that.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you go?
I wanted to show you.
Yes, this precisely.
The quiz. No, delete. No.
Here, sorry. Here it says my courses.
Yes.
Can you go back? It says my courses, and it's divided according to each student, not to a class.
Yes, because
that is important, because what I notice in Google Classrooms, and it's a little bit complicated, the part of organizing your classes.
Yes.
It's not so user-friendly in that sense.
No, because you have here, these are the contents of your course. Then you have to go to participants, and you have to invite all the students that are going to participate in your course.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. How?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to
send email
invitations. You go to there, you type the email address. You can write welcome to the course, whatever you want. Then you write here the code, and then you send. And they will receive the invitation and they have to accept.
Should it always be Gmail accounts?
No,
or could be Hotmail or what?
I have, for example, Outlook, Hotmail, Gmail, different.
Fibertel, whatever.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yes. So once you have all the participants, yes, you can start designing the task. Otherwise, you are not going to have students to do the task. Yes.
Laureana, is this a private course or is it part of a class that you have like at school, for example?
This is a course that I designed in order to deliver a workshop. This is mine, let's say.
They pay for it?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
I started with that course. It's ongoing. Yes, for example, in this case, I chose a task, and here I wrote the instructions, and here I added yes, part of my computer screen, so as to guide, because I asked students to create a mind map using this technological tool. Yes, for example, here in section B, they have, here you have the instructions, you have some questions, and here I embedded the video. Yes, and in this case, the case of the creation of a Google presentation, I added the instructions and again my computer screen. You can add here, for example, if you want, I will write, you can write here and you can make a link. Yes, if you want to, if you need it.
Yeah.
Yes, you can add whatever you want.
Yeah. That is great.
Yes.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yes. And so we have the content, the webinar. I told you that this is for premium.
Yeah.
So if you want, for example, you can have a look at it. Yeah. This is the cost. You have the explanation here. And if you want, well, you can take it. But this is up to you.
Yeah.
Then you have, well, the task. I've already explained them.
Yes.
And you have the gradebook. Because with all these sections, you can give them some feedback. Yes, you can. And for example, if you are using a course and then you want to, I don't know, to unenroll one student, you can do it. Yes, or you can do whatever you want. Then you have, this is very important, you have discussions. You can create a general forum, or you can, for example, I have this one and you can reuse it if you want, or you can create a new one and you write the name, the description, and with all the questions. Okay. Yes, you can. Yes. Do you want to ask me something?
Yes, about the forum. It says, and this is a chat forum, or do you have the possibility of people to speak?
Yes, they will see this and the questions or whatever, and they can add comments. Mm-hmm. They can add comments.
Oh, it's really good, Loriana. I'm loving it.
Yes.
And do your students engage in this forum, or I mean,
this was not it was not used yet because we haven't done the task. This is the first part because I enrolled it. I have these students and they have to accept my invitation. They haven't started. Yes.
And for what I can read on the webpage, you can set up a course and offer it to other people, right?
Yeah. Yes, you can
you can sell courses here.
Yes, you can add participants whenever you need here. And for example, you can, if you have a participant, you can, wait a second, because here you are the instructor, but you, yes, here you can, for example, if I want this person to be a co-instructor,
yes,
I click on here and I click on promote to instructor. So you can work together.
That's great.
Yes. Yes.
But I mean, you can offer this like to sell the course to anyone in the world. Anyone who can access to this.
Yes, you can do it. Yes, and you have.
Excuse me, but you can do it, but you need to have the email of the student.
Of course.
Or how do you go public?
Yes, you have to. Yes, you need to have the email addresses.
Right.
Otherwise.
But how do people? Because here it says, for example, I'm on the web page, right? Mm-hmm. And it says that there are some courses being offered, and they are public. I mean, by public, I mean they are on a page here. It says catalog, and then it shows a catalog of courses.
Yes.
Some of them are paid. How do you can do that?
Yes.
Or you've got to be premium.
Yes.
Have a premium subscription to do that.
This has to do with the settings, because you can, for example, then I will explain this to you. You can choose if your course is going to be open. For example, I chose invitation only.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, yes. You have the option. Okay.
Visible for all people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if you click on open, I mean, everyone can see it.
Okay.
Then you can, for example, you can choose. Yes, you can. For example, confidential if you got a premium subscription. Otherwise, yes, you cannot. But if you are designing your course and you haven't finished, you write here the draft.
Okay, great.
This is
and then one question: if it's open to the public,
yes.
who will be able to get into this course?
They can enroll. For example, in the catalog.
Yes.
I'm going to show you to understand.
Right.
The platform has got a catalog.
Yes.
With some courses. Some courses are for free.
So your course will appear here in this catalog.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
They are going to appear, and they can. If you, for example, click on this one.
Yeah. Okay.
You will need to enroll in the course.
Right.
But this is free. Okay. Yes, you have the details of the instructor, the overview, course contents, and you enroll for free here. Right. And you are in the course.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of a MOOC and Moodle and Zoom all in one.
Yeah. It's a mixture.
Everything in one place.
Yes, it's a mixture.
To make it more.
It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
It makes it more complicated to decide which you're going to use. Eliademy, Google Classrooms. What was the other one? Educar.
Moodle.
It's Moodle. You have a lot.
And which is more user-friendly?
Depends on what you.
Yes.
It depends on your needs and on what you want to offer. It's
exactly.
And what I read, Lauriana, is that can you hear me?
Else.
Hi, Ceci.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, but my computer crashed and it didn't want to start. Very interesting, Lauriana, and I saw that the copyright of the courses is retained by Eliademy.
Yes.
This is quite interesting because probably we want our contents to be confidential and private. We have to pay, right? I don't know if you mentioned, but anybody, I read is that it has an international Creative Commons license, and any content can be shared by any of the users of Eliademy.
Well, pretty fair.
Exactly.
Pretty fair considering you're using all this for free.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
But if you have a paid option, probably you can keep the content to yourself, no? Or
yes, you can have a premium option, and this premium you have the access to the webinar.
Okay.
But you need this premium.
You know how much?
Otherwise, you won't be able.
Between €5 and 10. I mean, this is what I've just read. Not that expensive,
No.
even though, you know, the situation here, but
yes,
not that expensive.
No.
Yes, I wanted to explain to you this part, that you can decide whether the course is going to be a self-paced or a time-driven. You can choose. Yes, or for example, if the course has been completed, you click on completed. Yes, and you can have the chance to write here as the course category. For example, in my case, languages. You can choose the language, and then you can add keywords, and that's it. Yes, here you can you can choose an image, a picture to upload. Yes, I have it there. When you create the course, you have the possibility to upload an image, or you can use the ones that are offered here. Yes, and when you make some changes, you have to update. You need to update. Otherwise, your changes will be they will not be there. Then you can have the possibility to deliver a certificate, and this is for free. You can I chose not available, but you can click on here, free online certificate, and you can upload your own logo and a signature if you want.
Good.
Yes.
If you have the premium, well, you can click on here
and pay.
Yes. And you have as well the possibility to add a calendar with all the tasks. You can subscribe to calendar, and you can add the events. Yes, and they are going to be they are going to appear here. Yes. So this is more or less.
It's a very complete.
Very complete.
Yes.
Yes. Great.
I have a Moodle environment, and all these things that are coming up are, you know, replace it so easily.
It's a very competitive market.
Yes. Yes. So you can have.
So crazy to have my own Moodle.
2 sections, but you can add a new section, because the idea here is to have the final task.
I love it.
They have information.
No, what I find very interesting is the fact that it combines the two things: the asynchronous platform with a synchronous tool to deliver lessons synchronously, which is a great thing. To have everything in one place.
In one place.
Yes.
And if you're designing and you want to, for example, you can can be hidden.
Yeah.
If you want them not to be able to see it.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And then you click whenever you need it, and you can continue here designing what you want.
The content.
Well, this is all.
Great.
What you said about the fact that you have the fact that you can carry out a webinar, and at the same time you can prepare classes here, but I don't want to just say that Google Classroom is better, just to make a distinction. But in the case of Google Classroom, it's the same, because you can plan there, and then you use Google Hangouts, and they are linked. No?
Yes, this is more or less the same, but you have the possibility to write here.
Yeah, it's different.
I think that the first part of Google Classroom is quite different.
Yeah.
But you can add whatever you want. It's very flexible.
Have you used Google Classroom? I just want to know. And you find this is better.
And it is.
I think that this part of the visual.
Yes, it is more attractive. That's what I want to say.
It is more attractive.
Okay, good.
Yes.
But you can, here you can add whatever you want, because when you place here edit, you have the chance, well, to select files from your computer, from Google Docs, embed, upload a video, link them, whatever you want.
Okay, good.
Great.
All right. Well,
so
I will change into Eliademy.
But I think that it will depend on what are your needs and your students' needs, because maybe what it looks attractive for you, maybe it's not attractive for your students. So I think that the possibility to explore the different
yes,
elements.
It depends on the purposes.
Exactly.
It depends on the purposes, because here the final task is a Canva creation, and here you have the possibility to show them many things. So this is better.
Yes,
this is better to me. But in some cases, you can use Google Classroom, and it's great.
Why would you pick one or the other? Okay, what are the, when you say it all depends on your students' needs, why would you pick one platform to the other?
When you need to have the text and the videos here, because this is very, I think that it is suitable for the flipped classroom, the flipped learning, because they can read and then they have the videos. This is not, I mean, the format is different.
Yes.
You want to have them all together. Otherwise, you for example, in Google Classroom, you can have the chance to upload a doc, and then you can go to the video. I think that the format is
the difference thing.
Yes. But well,
if you want, for example, Alice, I'm thinking, you want in terms of content delivery, I think Eliademy is much better.
Which one?
Eliademy. I don't know who's making so much noise. Okay, but for example, if you want your students to create a collaborative document, you will have to resort to Google Docs. So it depends. I don't know. I've never used the paid Google Classroom feature thing, but I don't know if it is any different from the free one.
No idea.
No. Here you can.
Loreana, is it available to be downloaded from Play Store, for example, this one as an app?
No.
It's not. I've just checked.
This is one disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the option for the mobile phones.
Okay.
Right.
So you need
But here, if you want to add the link to a Google Doc, you can do it, and they work together.
Okay, that's great.
You understand?
Yes. Good.
So you have the chance, but you don't have a mobile app.
Yeah.
A mobile phone app.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that could be a difference with Google Classroom.
Yes.
Because with Google Classroom, our students can access from their phones.
Yes, that's it. Yes, you have to think about that, because some students need to have the app.
But I like the idea of using Eliademy for online courses.
Online courses, I think, is the best option.
Yes, and you can use them if you want your courses to have a course as well. because you can choose for free or you can.
Yeah.
Yes, this depends on your purposes.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Excellent.
Well, so that's it.
Lovely presentation and lovely information.
Very useful one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Well, here we are now.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Loriana. It was great.
All right.
This is the first time I am hearing about this tool. Yeah. I had no idea it existed.
No, me neither. So I didn't know. I have never heard of Eliademi. So
yeah.
Yes, it is a Finnish platform. It started out as a project, and well, nowadays it is widely used.
Oh, that's great.
Good.
Great.
That's great.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. So I think that our presentation's finished for today. So anyone wants to share anything, or does anyone want to share anything? No? Okay. So, well, we are going to enjoy our weekend.
Yes. Happy Mom's Day tomorrow.
Happy Mom's Day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Marielle, are you going to say anything else? No?
No, I'm so happy to be able to be here. I'm happy that you got to see me, of course.
Yeah. I am happy to see you.
Humble. I'm the humblest person ever. No, thank you. I'm very happy to be here. Really, I missed the meetings a lot, so I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
Well,
okay.
Well, thank you to all of you.
Okay.
Bye bye. See you.
No problem. Okay. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice